This is I Buddy Landell, and you're about to listen to Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, so stop working yourself into a shoot, you numbnuts. This show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't be a dumb ass and get offended by anything on this show. And if you do get offended, that's a you problem. Before I throw it to the fellas for another banger of an episode, shout out to all the BTT patrons, including the largest Patreon contributors of the show: Disrespectfully Classy, Mark E. Blassie, Mike Childry, Joe Ice, Good Old Justin, and Mike H. Now enjoy this Outlaw Mud Show podcast. Remember, if it don't snow, it don't go. And be blessed and be a blessing, pal.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, where tonight we are covering WCW Saturday Night on TBS from December the 18th of 1993. As always, if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on the video. And lastly, type a comment or two or three with what you liked or didn't like about the show. It definitely helps the channel grow. It makes Harper happy. Speaking of Harper, stop ruffling papers over there, please. Thank you very much.
You know what I'm doing?
What?
I'm counting all this loose fucking money that was in my pocket from when me and Crockett went to the quarter. That's been sitting on this fucking dresser.
Harper, what time did you go to bed?
Friday night? Like,
yeah.
God, dude, what, 4 in the morning, Mike?
We didn't leave the bar until 4:15 a.m.
I know, right? You can't do that in Dallas, huh? Or can you?
If you know the right people.
Yeah. So
anyway, you're on. Let's reset. So, you were gone, Mike. Unfaithful to the Blue Bombers. I watched them win.
Reset. Like, because no one introduced Wildkat X-rated.
Yeah, so I'm getting to that. So while you were down partying in New Orleans, I kept the home fronts alive with the Blue Bombers, and they won. But that's not what everybody's interested in. I think everybody wants to hear what happened this past weekend at X-rated. The two of you were down there hosting and entertaining a plethora of ne'er-do-wells and scallywags and just general pile of dickheads. We'll get a roster, a call roster here in a second. So you made it down to New Orleans, is that correct, Mike?
Yes.
And we had ourselves a wrestling show. Is that right, Harper?
That's right.
And Mike, there's a whole bunch of listeners that come in for the pleasure of hanging out together as in fellowship as the Army. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Harper, you got to deal with these motherfuckers. Is that correct?
That's right. Fucking Mike just fucking dumps them. Just leaves.
Okay. So that's setting the stage. But, obviously the devil's in the details here. So let's dig into this and see what's going on. Okay. So where were we for Friday nights? Was there a pre-show? Like, Mike, was there any sort of pre-activities?
No. What do you mean, like before the show?
Yeah, y'all get together and have a meal together. Put a good base down for all the drinking you're about to do.
No, and it's I mean, it was on a Friday where it's usually on a Saturday, so nothing really happened. I do know the night before, Bobby Blaze, Adam Price, Sean Sparks, Shawnee and John Potts, Allen, they all went to the quarter. That would have been Thursday night, though. A lot of people didn't come in until Friday.
Okay.
I say a lot, half of people, I'd say that.
So we're meeting at the show. Now, we've talked about this pimping the show on the show, but remind everybody again, where was the show?
Southport Hall, New Orleans, Louisiana. It's like a bar.
Now, a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put a ring in there and all that good stuff.
That's nice. So I'm assuming, as in years past, this was a crowded, sold-out event.
I tell you what, Harper,
yeah.
it looked like more people than I've seen in Southport for the show.
Maybe so.
I mean, I don't know if y'all broke the fire code or what, but just I know in the past, like it's always packed, but it felt more crowded this time.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good turnout, you know.
Oh,
I mean, what's Harper supposed to say? Yeah, I mean, he's trying to be a
underselling
little bit humble.
I see that.
What do you want me to just sit here and suck my own dick?
That's what most wrestlers do when they talk about the
Really?
crowd. Brother, they were hanging from the rafters. Oh, how many were there?
hanging from the
Bro,
rafters.
brother, about 1,200, and meanwhile there was 150 there. No, that wasn't the case here.
Going to Biloxi, we had to turn them back.
Right. No, it was packed. It was sold out. Continue,
Okay, that's
Doc.
always good. That's good. Harper, who did you manage Friday night?
Oh, I just did commentary. I don't have any heels to manage.
Well, that's a problem.
It is.
That's lazy booking.
Okay.
That's right. Lazy fucking booking.
All right. So did you ether your play-by-play person?
No.
Damn it.
Sammy's a good guy.
Yeah, you
Okay,
should
so
ether him
during-
one time and bring me in and say, ha 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 ha, BTT's taking over.
It's a corporate takeover. Now, Mike, you're out in the crowd during the show unless there's something you didn't tell everybody. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. I'm out in the crowd, mingling
Okay.
with the folks, talking. I tell you, I say it every year. It's the one wrestling show a year we go to where nobody watches wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's not nice.
It's impossible. It is impossible to watch the show.
Okay, so you mentioned a bunch of folks just a minute ago. Who else was there that you failed to mention?
So what we had, Bobby Blaze was there, Sparks was there, Adam Price, Half Pint, John, Shawnee, Keith,
The guy
Ian,
from Minnesota.
yeah, Neil, Crockett. I know I'm forgetting somebody, and see, I hate when you do this, Doc, because of course,
Yeah.
I'll get told how I forgot somebody. Alan.
Well,
was
what I'm
there.
trying to set up here is that there's so many people that if you're sitting at home and you're saying, damn, I didn't think there would be that many people there. Next year, I'm going to go. That's what I'm setting up.
Yeah. It was a nice turnout. I mean, look, here's the thing. The only people from New Orleans that were there, to be fair, was me and Harper. Everybody else either came from.
You're not from New Orleans.
I'm from New Orleans. Everybody else, I might not live there anymore. Everybody else was from either Mississippi, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Minnesota. I know I'm forgetting something here. North Carolina. So, we're worldwide or countrywide at least.
And it was, definitely a big sausage party, right?
Oh, yeah. Shawnee had her hands full.
Wow. She's
Who?
going to love that comment.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
She's one of our loyal female listeners. Her and her husband
We
came.
don't have any female listeners.
Oh, she is very female. Her and her husband
Yeah.
came.
She's our token, like, Smurfette. She's that one Smurf that's a woman.
Wow.
I'd prefer you don't use the word token.
That's a way to put it. A Smurfette. Okay. I mean, kind of true.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that. Yeah, she came.
Smurfette was a piece of ass, so it's all right.
Okay. She was there with her husband. They both listened to the show.
Well, good for him. Way to get a piece of ass, Smurfette husband. All right, so we have a crew assembled, and we're trying to watch the wrestling. Who were the big names that were brought in by the booker, by official booker Luke Hawks?
I don't think we had any. Francine didn't make it. Her flight didn't make it.
Wasn't Brian Kendrick on the show?
Yeah, he's our champion. Brian Kendrick was there. God, I think that's it, huh?
I mean,
now, did anybody on the roster open a Buc-ee's during the show? No. Okay.
But Bobby Blaze opened up one with the Italian Stallion outside of Nashville. That's what he told me.
Is that the rumor?
That's the
rumor.
Okay.
Yeah, I already read about that one. Okay, so we got the wrestling out of the way. Shenanigans. So Harper gets the headset off. I saw a couple of pictures. He's clearly decked out for the evening. What happens next, Mike?
After the show, we go to a bar that I guess sponsors Wildkat now, called Bar 504.
504.
They're getting a free plug.
Real original fucking name, huh?
What'd you say?
Real original name.
Right. We go to Bar 504 after, and we sit down and commence to eating and drinking some more, as the crew did as we got there, where a lot of things happened. We had a plan to record an episode of BTT, but the loud music on the patio made that impossible. At least that's what our sound technician Crockett said. Maybe he was just too drunk and wanted to give us a hard time and didn't want us doing it. But anyway, that was the plan. However, even though we didn't record an episode, plenty of stories were told on that patio that night. We found out a lot of things we probably didn't want to know.
That's right.
One being from the little fella half pint.
Come on, don't go there.
Oh, I'm going there.
Don't.
Why?
Because he doesn't want that aired out to the world.
Well, it's happening. I'm sorry, half pint.
No, don't.
Do it.
Doc, I can't do this story justice. All I know is I go to the bathroom and to get a drink. So I get up, I go to the bathroom. You know, I got a full bladder, man, because I've been drinking all night. I'm nice and toasty. And get my drink after I piss, come back, and my cousin Reggie goes, Mike, you missed it. Half Pint just told us a story about a 60-year-old that gave him a gum job. I go, what? Hold on. Stop. Like the record scratch. Half Pint, tell this story again. Half Pint started telling this story at 3 o'clock in the morning for the second go around, and it went until 4:15 a.m. Apparently, he met some woman via I got the little air quotes going right now, book club. And they ended up back at his place where she ejected the dentures and proceeded to servicing the little fella and the little fella's little fella. If anybody wants to know what kind of shenanigans go on after the party.
That's nice.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
I'm not even going to comment on this. Come on,
You
Mike.
had plenty of questions on Friday night, though.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't want to say nothing like he's...
No, come on, man.
Bro.
He's a good Christian midget.
Oh, no. Will Levis is going to save his soul.
Yeah.
All right. See, we stay out till 4 a.m. Who's the drunkest?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean...
Is anybody sober?
Was it Half Pint?
He was... bruh. Because, see, you didn't see him at the actual show. He was double fisting and taking shots, and Adam looked at me because Adam wasn't drinking because he was driving. So there you go. There's the answer to that.
Oh, there you go.
Adam looked at me.
I guess that gets a pass.
So
I'm not 100% sure.
No, you're 100% sure. You shouldn't drink and drive. So anyway, Half Pint is eating, I guess, a burger and fries at Bar 504 after, and Adam leans over and tells me, "That little motherfucker's gonna puke his guts out." She's got the Mississippi accent. So
now, Harper, are you one of those people that can do a bunch of drinking and then go eat a big meal and then keep drinking?
I guess.
It depends.
Maybe.
It depends how quote unquote drunk or not drunk
Right.
you are before when you are in your first round of drinking. Because I mean that's what I did that night.
Okay. So it doesn't sound like anything too scandalous happened, though.
No.
Nah.
Did anybody raise a toast for Robert Silva?
Actually, that is exactly what happened at Bar 504. Sean
Okay,
Sparks, give him some credit because Silva didn't drink. He wasn't. He just didn't drink alcohol, right? Sparks bought a Sprite from the bar, brought it all to us. We toasted him, tipped it off, and then we took our drink. And Sean Sparks just put the Sprite back on the bar, and that was a wrap. So yes, we took a toast to our fallen brother Robert Silva.
That's classy.
Of course
Now,
it is. That's what we are, classy people around here.
Man, it sounds like y'all were old and kind of boring. So
Bruh.
I need to know what.
I tried to
What?
tell you the story about Half Pint. Harper's over there underselling it when he's the main one interviewing him that night about
I don't
it.
want to talk about all that, like out to the free press.
Why sit there and talk about shit that's happened? Let's go make some new shit happen.
Okay.
So, Harper,
Me and Crockett
you were
went to the quarter.
there. You go. Now let's get to this. So, what were you? Because it has to be something to take a good Christian Metairie boy down to the quarter on a Saturday night.
That's right. Well, no, it was during the day. I'm not going out there at night.
Okay.
Fuck that. So, picked up Crockett from the hotel, and we went to Frankie and Johnny's. He had his first pull boy.
What?
Yeah. He had a big old roast beef pull boy.
Not even any seafood?
He doesn't eat it, bruh.
He don't eat seafood.
What a Jesus Christ.
I know, right? That's like going to a whorehouse and be like, "I'm gay." Well, then what the fuck are you in here for then?
We should go up to where's he from?
Massachusetts.
We should go up there and have some clam chowder, but like take out the clam and the chowder. Come on.
Yeah, and then so we go to the quarter, bruh. And the way you park, there's no person in the booth anymore, right?
Yeah, it's just a
like-
machine,
it's
right,
like-
Harper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you put your license plate in, my fucking card won't fucking go through. It kept saying decline, and so thank God I had a shitload of cash on me, and so we fucking walked around a quarter. Well, okay, it turns out I went to the bank and I was like, "Dude, what's with the car?" They're like, "Oh, did you try using that at the park?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." "Oh, well, it got flagged as whatever, and it didn't. As something suspicious." I'm like, "Why?" I don't know. It just did. And I was like, "Whatever." So anyway, that was the car situation. That was so. We went to Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, and Crockett had his first hurricane.
Jesus Christ. Is this his first time south of the Mason-Dixon line?
Yeah, never been to New Orleans before.
I didn't ask about New Orleans, but Jesus Christ.
Well, here's the thing: when you're from South
I hope there's some
Louisiana,
other firsts coming.
when you're from South Louisiana, and people say they're from the South, and they tell you they're from something like Tennessee or Kentucky, you're like, nah, that's not the South. Even though it is, it's not the deep South. So anyway,
Yeah.
that was his first time being way down yonder.
Did he like it?
Yeah.
Oh, he had a
got drunk
blast.
and tried to make out with me.
All right.
Yeah. Then we went to.
Oh wait! I got look, real quick. Doc, what kind of beer do you think Crockett drinks?
I was gonna say Sam Adams, but that's too good. That's too high class. I'm gonna say. Let me think. Crockett. Bud Light.
Michelob Ultra.
He was drinking Bud Lights with me.
Oh, okay. He
was trying to get up some courage to make out with you.
So we go to fucking Razoo's, bruh. And
Wait a
then,
minute.
dude,
Isn't that like a chain restaurant? You took him to a chain seafood?
No, Razoo's on fucking Bourbon.
Right. It's not what you're thinking. You're thinking of the chain that's here. It's different. Matter of fact, when I moved here, I was like, why is there a Razoo's here? That's not the Razoo's I'm used to. So
But you took him to a kick-ass restaurant that he doesn't eat anything that's on the menu. I got it.
No. It's a bar on Bourbon Street. Like a club. Bruh.
Okay.
And I had to take a shit, bruh.
What is wrong with your bowels?
It just hit me. Like when we got out the car, I'm like, damn, I feel one brewing, bruh. And we're fucking walking around, right? What the fuck? We're at Razoo's. I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. And I took a shit right before the fucking crowd started. Because it was just during the day. And the fucking door to the stall is this big ass metal door, something from like fucking Game of Thrones. And there's no lock. So I'm just sitting there shitting. And I got one foot up holding the fucking door closed. So fucking no one comes in.
So you try not to get a Charlie horse while you're taking a shit.
Yeah. And so then
I thought you were going to say there was like a trough to piss in and you just had to shit in that.
Dude, they got a trough in there. That bathroom looked like something from that movie Saw. It was like, what the fuck? I was like, it's been a while since I've been in here. I forgot it looked like this. But yeah, we went to Razoo's. I think we went to Cat's Meow.
When was the last time you've been down there?
Fuck, dude. Been a while, bruh.
So Crockett ought to thank his lucky stars that he got a full tour of the quarter from somebody that didn't really want to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
it wasn't bad playing Taurus, and then we went to
Did y'all take a horseback ride carriage together?
No.
Now,
what else do we?
Yeah. What else happens here? What time are we talking here? He's getting drunk. This
was like at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we went to Tropical Isle. He had his first hand grenade.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's got diabetes now. I know.
Right. He had his first hand grenade. And then Mike, I took him to the gold mine.
Oh, we were talking about the gold mine the night before.
Please tell me that's a strip club. Please
that's
tell me
that's not a strip club. The bar.
Damn it.
No. And then we go in there, and they got these old arcade games from like a million years ago. Like the old Donkey Kong and the old Miss Pac-Man and the original Frogger machines. And we played some of that. Then I think then we left.
Yeah, y'all were down there for a while though.
Oh yeah, about 5 hours, bro. 5, 6, probably about 6 hours.
When's the next time you're going back to the quarter? Next
Probably
year?
the next time. Yeah, the next time Crockett comes back in town.
Okay. Now here's
it wasn't
a question.
bad.
Okay.
The thing is, I forgot. I think it's Razoo's got the 2-for-1. So we drank we were double fisting 2 or 3 rounds.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, fuck it, man. I'll play Taurus.
So Mike.
Oh! I forgot to tell you this.
Oh.
They had one of those like street performer dudes. Those like functioning crackhead looking dudes that does shit like in the street.
I hate that.
They like lined him up with some other like white dads in cargo shorts. and he did some stunt where he like jumped over them all.
You know what? I like the young brothers that are playing drums on the buckets.
Oh yeah, they're out there.
That's some skill right there. I like it.
Well,
Bro, they had some dude dressed up like fucking Chewbacca. I guess you pay to take a picture with him. I'm like, how much is that motherfucker sweating wearing that goddamn shit?
God, down there in that swamp ass environment.
But for real, dude.
Jesus
Now,
Lord.
was Crockett okay? Was Crockett okay with the heat and the humidity? Because I mean, that's a lot for somebody up north.
You ever been to Boston? I mean, it's swamp ass there too in the summer. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
That
Not
humidity,
like it is here, bro.
yeah, it is. Go there in the
shit.
summer one day. I've been there in the summer. Let me
No.
tell you something. It is swamp ass central.
All right, so Mike, do I need to clear out my calendar and come down next year?
Oh, you got plenty of questions about that in the Ask Doc that was posted a few days ago on Patreon.
So I had to go Friday night while y'all were out at the wrestling show. I had to go to my brother-in-law's birthday party. Harper, I drank enough beers that I had a couple of cigarettes.
Oh, I'm telling Jesus.
Bruh. I got something to say about that, but keep going.
Just it's not the good idea that you think it is when you start to engage in that kind of behavior.
How old was he?
He turned 50.
Okay, so he's around our age.
And he was one of my roommates back in the day, so I've known him for like 30 years. He's one of my boys, but
is that how you met your wife?
No.
Oh.
No.
Wait.
I never get the invite to these things, Harper, just so you know.
So your wife's brother-in-law was your roommate.
It's my wife's sister's husband.
Oh. All right, I got you. All right.
Yeah. But nobody cares. I don't even care. And Mike, I would have loved to invite you, but you were in New Orleans.
Yeah,
so
okay.
you're always welcome.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of
Sure.
places you're not welcome. Is in the bathroom when I'm dropping the load and when I'm having the special times with Mrs. Doc.
Okay.
That's right.
Sure.
You can sit in the corner and take notes, and she can show you how it's done.
Most other times, I'm pretty sure that you're always invited in my life, Michael.
Okay. Sure.
Well, it sounds like y'all had a great time. I'm glad that everybody got to come down. Mike, I got to ask you one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever have thought that we'd be sitting here telling stories about people coming from all over the country to hang out for BTT when you had your head in your hands after a few months of this podcast and you're like, dude, I don't know if I want to keep doing this?
Hell no.
I know, huh?
Hell no. Never would have thought it in a million years.
So we want to say thank you to everybody who has built the community up to make that trip to come support independent wrestling down on the Bayou, to see Harper, to see Mike, hopefully next year to see me.
Yeah, right. I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, for real. I said, fuck that. Stop lying to us. You're like that dad that's always like, oh, I'm going to pick you up this weekend, but you never do.
Well, something else came up.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad that y'all had fun. Harper, we need you to get some people in the house of hard body soon so that you can do some managing. Mike, anything else that we need to cover from the weekend in New Orleans?
I can't think of anything right now. It was a hell of a weekend. It's the perfect environment because here's the thing. I did some mud show wrestling in my days, right? I guess really, but maybe once or twice recall being on a show at a bar. And the thing that's unique about X-rated is it's literally a wrestling show in a bar. And it's like the perfect environment for the degenerates like me and Harper and all of our listeners to get together, have some drinks, tell some stories, and just have a grand old time. And
a grand old time. What are you, 80 years
here's
old?
the thing, bruh. This was the 6th one we've done, not the 6th one. Wildkat's done, I think, 9 now. But this is the 6th one like this we've done. Now, technically, one of them was not an X-rated because there was not an X-rated that year. It was just at Grace King, the high school. But
that was after COVID, I think.
Yeah, that was in 2021. So this is the 6th one that we've done. And so in 10 years, we've done this 6 times, and we've always had a nice turnout. Of course, I'd love to see more listeners make the trip. But, yeah, it's been a grand time. And, man, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's cool.
Yeah.
Drinking at the bar till 4 a.m. with Harper. I mean, come on.
There you go.
You would think more.
What Half Pint does next.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I felt bad for him. He gets on the plane because he flew down Friday. He gets on the plane and his phone died. Like dead.
Brick.
Just basically it turned into a paperweight. So everything's on his phone. The tickets to the show. So he got to the show early to make sure he could get in. He walks in, like technically, I think before the doors open. I don't know how that he managed this. I was like, dude, how'd you even get in the door?
He walked under the turnstile.
He walks in. Me and the champ, Luke Hawks, go to high school with him. We're sitting down at one of the tables by the bar, and Half Pint walks in, and Luke noticed him. He goes, Half Pint. Half Pint looks up, sees us. He comes over. He goes, hey man, and Luke goes, you got everything straight? I guess Luke had seen him earlier. I don't know I guess that's how he got in, but I didn't get the full story behind it. Anyway, Half Pint tells me when he got to the door, he goes, hey man, you're not gonna believe this. I flew in from Tennessee. My phone is dead. I have nothing, but I bought my ticket. Please believe me. And I was like, they took your word on it? He's like, yep. So he got in, got his little wristband and everything. Because, they got to give him a wristband.
Hey, man, you don't get a 60-year-old woman to gum your dick without being somewhat of a salesman.
Wow.
Yeah, because he told me, I said, all right, I'll tell Luke. And I saw Luke in the bathroom. I was like, yeah, Half Pint. I was like, yeah, I know. He told me.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
So he saw you. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so little fellow. Imagine being without a phone. You're in New Orleans. And
yeah, right. You're in a foreign land.
Right.
Like you're away from home.
But he made it. And that's good. Half Pint, look, this is what he did. And the last thing, and then we'll get into the episode. He flew in at like 10. I think his flight was at 10 in the morning, maybe 11 from Tennessee. Flies into New Orleans. Doesn't even have a hotel room. Goes to the show, and his flight was at 7 a.m. the next morning. So he...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. He didn't even get a room.
So he showed up for the show, then he just rolled out. He went back.
And with as much as he drank. So he flew back, and he got back on Saturday. It must have been Saturday, 1 o'clock, something like that. But yeah, because his flight was at 7. I think that's what he told me.
Of all the trifling things that have gone along with his life, that's the most impressive thing I've heard.
Man, because he gets there and imagine getting there. Like the first thing I would do is pull out my phone if I'm somewhere, I don't know, new city. I'm going to get a Lyft or an Uber to take me to where, I got a hotel. Well, how do you get a Lyft and an Uber without a phone?
You don't.
I mean,
he took a cab.
That's exactly what he did.
He told me.
Yeah, he took. So he cab at the airport, takes a cab. They bring him. I guess they brought him straight to the show. I don't know. I didn't even get that story, but I'm assuming that's what happened. So he gets straight. Now the thing is, Adam was supposed to pick him up from the airport. He ain't got no way to tell Adam. 1, his flight's delayed, and 2, he ain't got a phone. So Adam doesn't find out till that night. Yeah, Half Pint didn't have a phone. That's why he never got with you, and that's why you never saw him because his flight was delayed. I can't imagine Adam circling that airport. Jesus.
I'll say him.
Anybody see the little fella? Where's he at, man? I mean, where's he at? Brother, let me tell him, I'm going to chew his little fucking ass out when I see him behind this.
Let me tell you about you.
Let me tell you about you.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell you about you.
Oh, boy. What a weekend it was. A great weekend at that. All right, Doc. We've been blown up here. We're going 35 minutes or so. How about we finally talk about some Saturday night on TBS from, what was this, December 18th? Almost at Christmas.
Yeah, we're getting ready to run the clock out on this 1993.
Yep.
Just remember, if you're thinking about this in a parallel timeline universe, Smoky Mountain's ending the best year they had from a creative perspective.
Let's start doing that again.
No.
Fuck.
I'll figure something else out.
Okay.
So let's get into it. This is Saturday Night on TBS from December the 18th of 1993. Once again, if you're on YouTube listening to this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on the video, and type a comment or two with you like or didn't like about the episode. It helps the channel grow, keeps Harper very happy. This week's episode was taped November 30th of 93 at Center Stage. Second half of the taping from that day. We are 1 week and 2 days away from Starrcade 93. But before we get to Starrcade 93, we got to get through these next two Saturday nights. So this show opens up with, we immediately go to the ring, Steve Austin versus Alex Davis in a very quick match. Doc, let me go to you. If you got anything from the opening or from the match.
Alex Davis is the brother that we think is from the power plant, I believe. He's back. He was here like last week before, something like that.
Something like that, huh?
Yeah. Is he going to get your Rolex?
You're an asshole.
What? Hey.
Yeah, he just put his hands above his head. Let's give him the Rolex.
He's very happy. I think he was the guy who wrestled Vader, and he was just like really looking happy.
Too happy.
Yeah, to be wrestling
what was
Vader.
about to happen.
All right.
All right, so can you give me 402? This isn't ladies. I want to know what the Colonel is saying here. Real bad. Like, I wish we had audio, but I couldn't tell.
I mean, do you want me to play the audio?
Sure, if you think we can pick up what he's saying.
Probably not, but let's see.
And talk about how Roma and Orndorff will be a part of Starrcade.
He said something, boy.
No.
Which can't be good coming from the Colonel. But Harper, he's giving him the business right there. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. He's like, you should have went to Ole Miss like I told you.
Okay.
We were going to run the spread.
Boy, I keep telling you, we were going to open up the offense for you and run a spread offense and have the run and shoot going. It's 1993. You seen that run and shoot, son. That run and shoot was real famous during this time with them Houston Oilers. But your dumbass decided to go to the Miami Hurricanes, you stupid asshole. Maybe that's what he was saying. Who knows?
Maybe that's it.
Maybe so.
He's giving him the business, dude.
Yeah, I just wish I knew what he was saying.
Oh, man. Any other thoughts on this quick one, Doc?
No, I'm looking up who was the football coach at Ole Miss in 1993.
Okay, I don't remember.
Billy Brewer.
Gosh, I would have never guessed that. And I watched a ton of SEC football. They were on.
God, it's so stereotypical. They went from Billy Brewer to Joe Lee Dunn to Tommy Tuberville.
I remember Joe Lee Dunn and Tuberville.
To David Cutcliffe.
Cutcliffe. I remember Cutcliffe as well.
To Orgeron.
Yeah. Coach O sucked there.
To Houston Nutt.
Houston Nutt. Oh, my God. Do you hear all those names? They
sound like fucking bank robbers from like Bonanza.
It's just a bunch of. I mean, it's a stereotype. I mean, here's the great part. their coaches back in the day are no different though. Starting in like 1912, it was or 1915, it was Fred Robbins. Then it was Duty Noble, Aurel Sullivan,
Jesus,
Roland Cowell, Chester S. Bernard.
Wow.
Homer Hazel.
God.
Yeah. The South is a cartoon for a reason.
I mean, could you imagine those guys coaching at like Penn State?
No.
They were too busy. They were too busy molesting young people up there.
You see?
Look, you can have your racism or you can have your molestation, but you can't live free.
I don't want either one of those. What are you talking about?
You got to pick one.
No, there's no picking one. What the hell is wrong with you?
College football, you got to pick one.
Okay, let's go to Steve Austin since you want to be an asshole. Him and the Colonel are cutting a promo. Here it is after the match.
Jesse with me right now, studying Steve Austin. He's got a big appointment with the natural Dustin Rhodes for the U.S. heavyweight title at Starrcade. But Colonel Parker, I see you got a fresh supply of cigars and also Flying Brian on your mind.
You know, before I get to the most important Starrcade, I will say this to Flying Brian. I heard him out here talking about wanting Parker and Stunting Steve. You're not even in Stunting Steve's category anymore. And if you're thinking, you skinny-legged little sorry fruit fly, that you want Parker out there, I've rolled around some myself, and I'll slap you at will. Now let's get to Starrcade 2 out of 3 falls. Let me tell you something, you ignorant little puppy. You're fooling with the big dogs out here. And one thing's for sure, there's a bonus in for you, Steve, if it should come up crippled.
Well, I've just seen the most pathetic sight I've ever seen in my career. Little Flying Brian out here begging the Stinger for a match. Steve, could you help me get a match with the Colonel and Steve Austin? No, I don't think so, Flying Brian. I carried you for over a year all the way to the top. We kicked you off the big one machine because we've got bigger and better places to go. Now, going to Starrcade, Dustin Rhodes, 2 out of 3 falls. You know as well as I do, the only reason that I am not the United States champion right now is because I carried Flying Brian and he was a crutch. I have regained my championship form. 2 out of 3 falls is right up my alley. We've given him every single chance to give me the belt, forfeit the match, and save his family a lot of honor. We've got our feelers up. Even the American Dream is trying to get Dustin to forfeit the match.
Gentlemen, we're going to find out in short order coming up on Monday the 27th in Charlotte. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be back with more after this.
God, Austin's good. He's mocking Pillman.
That was real good.
Parker, skinny-legged little sorry fruit fly.
Ignorant little pup. Hey, man.
Oh, man, that was good.
Fuller said, hey, I can wrestle too.
Have you ever seen what he's talking about?
What?
Okay, obviously you haven't. What they're going to do with him and Pillman. Have you ever seen clips of it?
No. I'm in the darkest of dark periods right now. I have seen the Flair Vader match that we're going to see at Starrcade. And then I'm probably out till 95.
Okay.
When I came back for real.
I don't want to oversell it, but Fuller and Pillman, what they do, man, Robert Fuller is ridiculous we've said it a million times, in the most glorious way. It's to me, we've very said entertaining.
He may be the most underrated wrestling talent of all time.
During this era, he certainly is.
Yes.
He certainly is.
Earlier this year, he said the Von Erich thing on
Smoky Mountain TV. Little fella, stay out of my face and hold the microphone up high because the stud gonna tell you.
So he pulled that, and I'm gonna tell you about you in a calendar year.
Let me tell you about you. All right. Any other thoughts on the promo, Doc?
No, that was a good one.
Skinny-legged little sorry fruit fly.
Because they just let Austin talk shit.
Yeah.
That's when he's going to be at his best, because he's a arrogant prick, and probably in real life down at the docks in Dallas, Texas, he was probably a prick to all his coworkers.
I doubt that.
Come on.
I don't know, bro. I can see him being a prick.
Mm-hmm.
Comes across as one for sure. Well, we'll keep the show moving. We go to commercial. We come back. We got Mean Gene, Jesse, and Tony. They introduced the show formally this time. Then they throw to the finals of the Jesse Ventura Strongest Arm Challenge final, which we just saw here on the video version with Vader and Ice Train. Vader won the final and is the winner of the Ventura Strongest Arm competition for 1993.
No shit.
Mean Gene drops the name Hulk Hogan for the first time on Saturday night. He says, call the hotline. I talked to Hogan about his thoughts on Vader versus Flair at Starrcade. Doc, give me your limited, I don't want to say limited. You know, you haven't seen the questions yet because I haven't sent them to you because it just started coming in. There was a lot of questions about you and me and Harper covering Hogan when he comes in next year. So give me your abbreviated thoughts.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have no idea about how he comes in, what it looks like, any of this. I've never seen it. I don't care. I don't want to watch it, but I have to. And I will out of a sense of duty. Here's the thing. For all the people out there, if you think I didn't like Sting or Luger, and I think I fairly turned a corner on Luger, and I'll admit that Sting was booked like shit for years, even though I still am not a big fan. Those guys are Ric Flair and Arn Anderson compared to Hulk Hogan.
All right. Harper.
I think it starts off
a fan.
At Thunder at Paradise when he's filming that dumb TV show, right?
Jesus, that bullshit.
Remember that dumb fucking shit, bro? With the stealth boat? The fuck is what's the point of having a stealth boat, bro?
Maybe
and they should have had fucking They should have had Cheatham and Vader and Harley go put a bomb on that shit.
And it was like 1994 CGI when it'll go into stealth mode, because I've been watching that dumb shit like, man, this looks fucking bad, bro.
I just remember the only time I ever saw that show was like the last 3 minutes weekly when I got back into it, and I was trying to watch Nitro, and we turned it on early, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah. No wonder I hate this motherfucker.
I got an idea.
He was a former Navy SEAL or something.
No.
I got an idea.
I can't hate watch it. No.
One week we just take a break from Saturday night and review the very first episode of Thunder in Paradise.
Let's do that instead.
No. I'm saying we just take a 1 week hiatus and just be like, you know what? This week we're not going to do Saturday night. We're going to do Thunder in Paradise, the very first episode, just so Doc can shit all over it.
This is going to be a fun year. I'm going to quit the show and come to X-rated.
Right. That's not happening, but okay.
I'm going to see if it's streaming anywhere.
I'm sure it is. Look it up. I'm sure it's somewhere.
In the colon of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Let's see.
I can't stand Hogan.
No,
I cannot stand Hogan.
They only made 22 episodes. I feel like it lasted longer than that.
I think you just saw a bunch of replays over and over again on Turner.
Yeah, it's not streaming anywhere. Oh, wait. I think, no.
Speaking of bullshit.
Wait, no. Let Harper finish.
I think it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Some of it is.
Somebody out there listening to this can get me the first episode of Thunder in Paradise. I guarantee you.
Moretti, activate.
Somebody can. I don't know who, but somebody can. All right.
That shit got a 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
I mean, would you expect more?
No,
I expect less.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
like a 2.
Yes.
Well, speaking of a 2,
still looking at this right now, bro. They had Hogan come out like on like a the little jet skis.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Jim Neidhart's in this.
Yeah. A lot of people were in
right.
it. Kevin Sullivan was in it. Sting was in it, obviously.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not currently available on major streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime. You can buy it on Amazon.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I think it was Beefcake.
I love to see it on. I got to hit the words of my good buddy Hard Body Harper. I will not be worked.
Yes.
You can also find full episodes on YouTube, so maybe we could do that.
Right, they got some on YouTube.
We just need to find the first episode. We'll take a break from Saturday Night one week and review that.
That's not a break. Taking a break.
No.
Like,
Listen.
I'm gonna stop and smell the roses. You're saying like I'm gonna go like roll around in a pile of shit,
Bruh, I'm just saying like we wouldn't do this, but like next week is supposed to be December 25th of 93 episode of Saturday Night. Not that we do this, but you say, you know what? Let's just push Saturday Night out a week.
First episode's on fucking YouTube.
There you go. Told you.
Guest starring Giant Gonzalez.
Oh my God.
My God.
I quit.
Bruh. Harper, I'm telling you, man, we need to do this. Just the first episode. That's all we needed. Just the first episode.
It's only 43 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
just the first episode.
In 2006, it was reviewed by David Cornelius of DVD Talk. It's 1990s television for action fans who can't handle the subtle nuances of Baywatch Nights. It's stupid, sexist, and embarrassing. But oh, how much fun it is.
I mean,
no, it's not.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep the show moving. Speaking of something that should have been a 2, Cactus and Max Payne battle Tony Zane and J.D. Wolf. J.D. Wolf's the guy who looks like he's a 5th grade science teacher, a biology teacher. They show a
All
picture.
right, now take out your beakers.
They show a picture of Tex and Shanghai cutting a promo on Cactus and Payne. Since those teams will battle at Starrcade, good God, I can't wait. Ugh. I don't like these two as a team. They win. They cut a promo after. I got nothing from this shit, Doc. I hate seeing Cactus Jack in this, but your thoughts?
I feel like Max Payne should debut like in 2025. Like he'd be a good generic anonymous run-of-the-mill dude in like AEW wearing a shirt.
Hard pass.
He looks like an indie. Yeah, he looks like a shitty indie guy.
Yeah.
The only thing good that comes of this,
if he had a beard that was like 5 inches long and was a little bit more overweight, he'd look like every indie guy out there.
the only thing good that comes of this is the match with them and Nasty
and the
Boys.
Nasties.
Yeah, when they commit a crime and just and hit Cactus with the shovel. It's, man, that match is something. We reviewed it years ago, just the match, but that's the only thing good that'll ever come of this. Other than that, I got nothing. I got nothing from the promo after. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Doc, do you have anything?
Nope.
That's what I thought. So then we go to the Starrcade Control Center with Mean Gene. It's a good card, but there's some weird stuff on it. That's all I can say. More to come because we're just a week and 2 days away from it at this point. Missy Hyatt does cut a promo during the segment, putting over the Nasty Boys. There's mention of the Rude versus Davey Boy match for the WCW International World title, but I think we talked last week. That ain't happening, brother. Doc, any thoughts on the segment here?
I can't watch these, man. It's like giving me epilepsy with these strobe lights and shit.
It's not that bad.
It's stupid, though.
Oh, I didn't say it wasn't stupid. I just said it's not that bad.
Well, I like to make myself a martyr.
I see that.
Yeah.
So look how they do it with Missy.
This looks like, man, this is so bad.
Look at it.
Let's take the hottest chick around and obscure her so that people can't see her.
The thing about this
cool.
one this week is when Missy's cutting hers, it's like glitching constantly. So you can't even see her. So we take the most attractive.
You think it was supposed to do that? Or they did that on purpose?
Bruh, it's some nerd dumbass who thinks this is a good idea in production.
This is so. What in the fuck were they thinking?
For real.
Mean
Thank
Gene
you.
is just sitting there looking at. I'm sure it's a green screen.
Of course it is.
At Missy, it's almost like she's. I'm coming to invade Earth.
You think Mean Gene ever told the boys, "Hey, look, I know it's stupid, but there's no way Ted Turner runs out of money."
Yes.
Come on, Doc.
I mean, Vince is better at this, but he's going to go to jail because he's a lunatic.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
How many of us ever work for a job? You're like, these people got the IQ of dog shit, but you're getting paid. Fuck it, right?
Bro, I worked for more than one job in my past where I'm pretty sure the establishment was a tax write-off or a front for drug activity.
That's nice.
Harper said, "How many?"
And I am not joking.
Harper said, "How many of us have gone to work and said that these people are idiots?" And everybody out there listening is like, "We all did."
And if you're in the car driving while he said that, keep your hands on the wheel and just mentally raise your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. The whole holograph looking or whatever they have project. It's not even a holograph. It's like supposed to be a projection and it's glitching and it's just terrible. Just terrible.
Would you let a wrestler kiss your baby?
No, we've had that discussion numerous times over the years here.
That's those same women, huh?
Yeah, it's the same taping.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's my timestamp. I don't have to do that now.
Yeah. Well, we got Dustin Rhodes versus Bob Cook. I love Bob Cook. He's very good in the ring.
Bob.
He's
looks like he's a manager of your local True Value or something.
Man, you better watch out. He'll put that right hand on you.
Bob Cook throws the right hand, man.
And Jesse told us about it. He goes, Dustin better be careful because Bob Cook throws the best right hand in the business.
He ain't wrong.
I think Bobby Eaton might have something to say, but I like the fact that Jesse was giving him some pub.
That's right. So anyway, Bob Cook in here with Dustin Rhodes. Not a long match. Dustin's going to hit the Bulldog and win. Doc, any thoughts before I go through the finish, though?
We haven't seen Bob Cook in a while.
He ain't been that long.
This gets funny at the end.
Speaking of the end, here it is. So Dustin's going to hit the Bulldog and win, but Austin hits the ring and jumps Dustin. Colonel Parker was about to jam a cigar in Dustin's eye, but Pillman hits the ring to help save Dustin, and the heels powder out. We're watching it on the video version, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT if you're not a patron. Here it comes in a second. But I love Colonel Parker being the instigator in there. He's giving directions to Austin. Here it comes. Look.
Let me. Yep. I said, whoa, boy, whoa.
I just realized he dropped the cigar. It's on the mat.
Yeah. Laying there like a turd in the pool.
It sure is. Anyway, we're heating things up. Any other thoughts, Doc?
And Pillman's a great heel, but he's also a good baby face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree there at all, obviously. All right.
Oh, there we go. Flair for the gold.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So we go to
Mike
commercial.
Fratello, bro.
We go to commercial. We come back. Jesse and Tony throw us to footage of Flair over the years at Starrcade, including 1983 when he beat Harley Race for the world title. That footage from 83 is something. Boy, we've come a long way since then, and I don't know if that's in a good way. A long way.
That's crazy, bro. It's like 7 years later is when it all just starts to fucking go to shit.
It's just amazing in 10 years where it is.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking nuts, bro?
Nothing lasts forever, they say. Anyway, we then see footage from 87, and in a second, they even mention when Flair went to the WWF in 1991.
Oh, wow.
During this segment, which was interesting. I have the timestamp, I believe, if you want me to get to it, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on. I think this is it right here. Let's give this a listen.
Rise to.
If there's anything here that
Oh, no, I don't have that The next thing I have on audio is they're going to throw to Mike Fratello, the coach of the Cavs, Brad Daugherty, the center for the Cavs at the time, and then I won't say who this last person is. So let's give this a listen, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
The line for this one shot, and once again wearing the gold. Athletes and coaches from all over see this challenge as one that Flair can rise to.
If there's anything here that I can compare this to, it would be Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. You ask, why would Rick, at this point in his career, this time of his life, put it all on the line this way? Certain things make special people champions. There's something that separates them. Michael Jordan won the scoring championship in the NBA for 7 straight years. If he came back one more year, it was inevitable that he would break the record and would win it 8 straight. But Michael Jordan also went out and won 3 world championships. Michael Jordan constantly was motivated by little things that he set out in front of himself as the next challenge. Could he make a foul shot during a game with his eyes closed? He did it. Was the game on the line? No. He knew when to plant the seeds, when to self-motivate to get himself to the next level. Perhaps at this point in Rick's career, he needed something, the ultimate challenge, to make him reach a new level to overcome Vader. In my mind, there's no question. Rick will do it. Now, I may be a little bit partial to the smaller person in this case.
He's ultimately putting his career on the line, and there's a lot of concern from his friends such as me and other people because this guy's a freight train. I've seen this big guy move around the ring, wrestle. He's 400 and some odd pounds, and we're all concerned. And hey, Rick's on top of the wrestling world. We don't know why he wants to do this, but he's the ultimate competitor, and I kind of have a feel for what he wants to do because I'm a professional athlete myself. But we're extremely concerned, and I'd kind of like to see him do some other things and keep his wrestling career going and stay away from people like that because he's a smaller guy. But you just can't measure Ric Flair's heart, and he's a hero of mine. He's right up there with Richard Petty and all those people in my mind, and I'm a big Ric Flair fan. I wish him the best.
All right, so I'm going to go to Barkley in a second, Doc, but I wanted to get your thoughts on those two before we go to Barkley's comments.
We talk about WCW being a joke, but do you see AEW getting any reputable sports figures tied in with their product these days?
I mean,
Shaq was on there.
Shaq was on
Tyson.
there.
How long ago was that?
Bruh, I mean, look, I'm not an AEW fan,
Opie Hayden.
but yeah, you dunking on them like they never had celebrities.
Well, I mean,
what's
they never got Machine Gun Kelly. I mean, come on.
They had Rick Ross, right, Mike?
They had Rick Ross, Master P. Shaq.
Oh yeah, that's true. Master P from I'm the Colonel of the motherfucking thing.
That's right. They had Shaq on. I mean, they've had people.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson.
Look, you can say a whole lot about AEW, and I don't want to get into a debate about AEW here. But at the end of the day, they got a goddamn billionaire funding them. So they got money to bring in athletes if they want to.
Right.
Or they could make us the official podcast of the promotion, and we could lift it up.
You know what? If they did that, that would be a surefire way of you would be called a sellout at that moment.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? That's like people see a punk to that. Okay, pay me.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now.
Bro.
If
money
my phone
everything.
Wait, say it again, Harper.
Money cures everything, bro.
Oh my God.
We didn't hurt no women. We
Right.
didn't hurt no animals or no kids to get there. It wasn't immoral or illegal. If we can make some money, y'all need to shut the fuck
If
up.
Tony Khan called me tomorrow and was like, I want to pay all 3 of y'all 6 figures to cover AEW, and you can't say a negative thing about AEW.
Bruh, these
man,
motherfuckers would never hear from us again.
Man, I would be talking. Do you need me to do a Trevor Lawrence podcast too?
Yo, no. Oh my God.
Shit. Like half-point who? What? Chris Archer. Who's that?
Y'all see how quick they want to sell y'all down the road?
I mean, it's a great community. We talked about that earlier, but I mean, Harper's right. We got to look out for ourselves at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no one is coming to save you.
Tony, get at us.
Hey.
Oh man, I'm kidding. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I am.
We're
Whatever.
not. We're not.
All right.
No, nobody's kidding.
Hey, we got some more audio. Charles Barkley's got something to say to Rick too during this segment. Here it is. Rick, you go to high school with him?
Rick, I'm the man. You the man. Vader, you ain't ready to be the man because you ain't beat the man. You big, but that just means you're going to fall longer and harder. Because Rick been the man as long as I can remember. We've been friends a long time, and a lot of people doubt him, but I never doubt him. He's beat a lot of bigger, a lot better than you. When you're ready to beat the man, it won't be Rick, because you don't have a chance.
So, Barkley's a lot better cutting promos on TNT these days or wherever he's going to be next year.
Man, I was getting ready to say the same thing. Just let him be natural. Don't give him a script.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to tell you, people always are like, y'all are this, y'all are this. I feel like in some regards, the three of us are kind of like Kenny Smith, Shaq, and Barkley. The way people describe inside the NBA, it's just like listening to friends talk about basketball. We get a lot of, it sounds like friends watching wrestling. If we were modeled after anybody, I would say that's it. The group.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Those guys are awesome.
They really are. I think I told you this at one point. I could watch them and don't have to watch any basketball.
Well, that's silly.
No, it's not.
But,
they're that good.
Well,
I
don't
literally
watch
watched the Western or whatever Eastern finals, whatever finals. I literally watched the pregame and the post. I didn't have an ounce of interest to watch the game. I just wanted to see them because at the time I thought, okay, this is it. They're not going to be here anymore. Now I heard they're going to be a part of ESPN, the show, but Turner's still going to produce it. I don't know. I forget the arrangement. I don't care.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's all kinds of
gerrymandering
going on.
I think so from what I read, the show is still going to exist. I believe it's still going to be produced by Turner Sports, but
it's going to air on ESPN.
That's the way I thought I read. Yeah.
But the thing of it is that if you watch those guys a lot, and man, that's the only pre or post game show I watch of any sport, and they're real tight with their crew. They're always like talking about the people on the crew, the production crew, and giving them their flowers and that kind of thing. So I hope that those people, are part of the deal too. I would believe so. Like I could firmly see those three guys and Ernie Johnson going, we're not doing it unless these people are figured in.
Yeah. They're just good to they have great chemistry.
Because it's not corporate, it's not scripted, it's just seat of the pants.
I just wonder if like ESPN's going to be like, Chuck, you can't say that at any point. Because Chuck don't give a shit, bro. I mean, outside of,
Shaq obviously, either, to be honest.
I know. I'm just saying, like, Kenny kind of holds back a little bit, it seems. Shaq,
you're the Kenny Smith here.
I don't hate Kenny Smith. What did you say?
No, you're the Kenny Smith.
Okay, whatever.
Harper's Barkley.
Oh my God, Harper's Barkley.
And I'm Shaq.
The only thing that Barkley doesn't do is obviously drop F-bombs, but other than that, he pretty much tells it like it is. Yeah. Whether you agree with him or not is, that's a you problem, I guess. I don't know. But
so the NBA is leaving Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd you go? You sound like you're on the moon. Did you step away?
No, I'm still, wait.
Okay.
How about now?
Oh, there you go. You got real quiet. Yeah, that's better.
All right.
Yeah, make sure you put that mic in your mouth. You know about that.
Whoa. Just remember Crockett down on. Wait, what?
Okay. Hold on.
Harper, you know what I wanted to tell you?
First.
You know what I wanted to tell you? I don't know who that was with Lady Harper the other night, but she was instigating Half Pint during that story.
Yeah.
That chick had me laughing, man.
Yeah, that's Karen.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, she was funny, man. She was instigating half pint.
She didn't give half pint a ride to the airport, did she?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Price did.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Back to the wrestling.
He's a sober sister.
Vader defeated Rich Anderson. Doc, did you have any thoughts on that?
Rich Anderson never had a chance.
So let's go down to Vader and Race, cutting a promo with Mean Gene ringside. Here it is.
His big title defense comes a week from this Monday night at Starrcade. And as you know, Harley Race, if you know anybody, you know Ric Flair. He's put his career on the line. You heard him.
I know Ric Flair better than anyone on the face of God's green earth. But let me tell you something, Mr. Okerlund. Last week out here, with all the cliches that you were going through, you forgot to mention one thing. And that is that Ric Flair career ends at Starrcade.
Here's the man.
That's right, Ric Flair. Vader understands that you own a very nice gold gym in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, brother, after Starrcade, December 27th, you can be there full time and tell the people how it used to be. Bring all your friends, all your famous friends, brother, and bring your little boy, the one I heard you talking about last week, the one that believes in you. Bring him too, so I can embarrass you, cause you pain, cause you humiliation. Flair, bring it on. We're going to Flair.
Thank you, gentlemen, and stay tuned. We're going to be back after this.
Vader's been great on these promos after matches leading up to this Starrcade match. Doc, what did you think?
They had sound piped in and they were ringside.
I
hate that shit too.
Yeah,
I mean, Kenny and Chuck and Shaq wouldn't have sound piped in.
They wouldn't do that.
Come on,
unnatural stuff.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
I mean, Vader's leaning into this shit. Like, bring everybody. I'll take on everybody. I'm ending this shit.
Harper, did you like that promo? Or any thoughts?
Yeah, that was a good promo. Bring that little kid too. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep going. We go to Eric Watts versus Paul Orndorff. Jesse says, with Orndorff and Roma teaming up, we could call them the team of Paulas. Isn't that plural for Paul? Tony says,
oh, no.
It's Paul's. These two are hilarious together. Orndorff was on Watts like flies on Dookie in this match. Anyway, the crowd's into this because Paul Orndorff does the most with the least. And I mean that in a complimentary way. The Paula thing is hilarious, and it'll always be that way. And then we got the assassin on the outside, just still busting out of that goddamn mask. Like you said. Go ahead, Harper.
It's like I forget about him, then I see him. Oh, fuck, you're still here?
It's not just that. You see him, and you see that mask, and here we are months into this, and you're still like, what the hell?
Yeah. You think he needs help taking it off and putting it back on?
Yes, I think it takes a team of people.
They're like, sit still.
They got a guy with his arms around the mask and his foot in the middle of his back trying to like tie this shit off so that it'll stay on his head.
He's committing crimes against that material.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally like you went home to where you grew up and you went into your closet, and let's assume your mom kept like your first t-shirt, and you put that t-shirt on now. If you could even try to do that, that's what it looks like. Jesus. All right, Doc, what do you got from this match, if anything?
53-37.
And what are we looking for?
Ladies.
Oh, come on. It's the same women.
There you go.
They're the same ones. What are we looking at?
I know, but they changed clothes from last week.
Okay.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't care at this point. It's the same women.
Yeah, but the one on the left is the one Harper was like, I'd take her home.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that.
I mean, they both y'all speed. Look at their hair.
Yeah, but definitely the one on the left.
Really? Because you're picky, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. That isn't... Why are you cutting down Lady Harper?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about Lady Harper. You made that assumption.
You're kind of insinuating these things.
Whatever.
I mean, I've never met Lady Harper, but I think of her as a woman with impeccable taste.
Thank you.
Oh, certainly.
Okay, well, Mike doesn't like ladies. We're off to a hot start here in this. We're off to a hot start in this match. They say next week, and Mike, I need to know what we're about to walk into because it is a 2-hour show. Christmas night episode at Mean Gene's mountain cabin.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There's a few like promos from it, and then it's a lot of recaps. There is one brand new match at the end of it. But it's a combination of kind of recap but new stuff, new related to promos because I mean we got Starrcade coming up. So it would have been dumb for them to just do nothing but recaps and mail that show in. But I think they have enough promos on it that can kind of get away with what they're trying to do. But at the same time, It is what it is. I mean,
they can't mail it in because Starrcade's 2 nights later.
Yeah, right. I mean, I say that, but then y'all are going to see it and go, they mailed it in.
Okay, that's completely believable. Can you give me 5638?
While I'm going there is a segment with Uncle Fred on next week's that y'all are going to just completely hate.
Shit all over. Look at that.
Yeah, that was nice.
Is that a first of all, it was. Is that a hard bump to take?
No.
Okay.
Orndorff ducks. Watts goes for a crossbody, hits the mat, rolls out.
Okay. But it looked good.
Hurt. It's just face bump.
I'd say, does it hurt? Is it tough to pull off and look good?
I mean, maybe for a guy like Harper.
Yeah, that's true. You always said he's kind of clumsy.
Danny Flamingo couldn't pull it off. He's
no, he's got 2 left feet.
That bastard lost again, man, this weekend.
Did he try to call you out?
Yes.
Why didn't he go to the 504 afterwards?
He did. Harper, you there? Did he go take a piss? Yeah,
probably.
he.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'm here.
He was there. Ask Harper. Harper was there.
He showed up like at the very end.
Yeah, he got there.
What did he
late.
do between the end of the show and 4:00 in the morning?
I mean,
yeah, I know.
We got to break that ring down.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Harper's one of the over boys. He doesn't break rings down anymore.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're almost 50. The promoter's like, brother, we know you're old. And
he's like the drummer in a band.
Yeah.
Right.
Loadout time. We're all carrying his shit. Where's the drummer? Out talking to some girls he's never going to take home.
Right.
That's nice.
That's real nice. All right, Doc, what else you got from this one?
The crowd was into this.
Yeah, because it's Orndorff.
Man, Orndorff is a treasure too.
I know.
He's so good.
It's ridiculous.
Because he's so good at getting a reaction for doing nothing, but then he'll get in and do some shit too, and that's good.
He's got the charisma, the whole thing with the Paula chance getting over. You know, he sells when they are getting on him. I mean, like he doesn't have to do anything and he's over.
And it's crazy to think like he was one of those like throwaway guys for the WWE.
Yeah.
Well, and he's not just coasting on the fact that he's over doing nothing, which is genius, but he's also in there doing shit.
Remember, he was TV champ at one point.
He's 44 here.
44 still looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we need to remember we also got he had a Smoky Mountain run right before this.
I mean, he killed one of those Batten twins in that far left corner of the damn gym. That guy's still down there. They had to cancel basketball at that school.
Dude, he had a few with freaking Freaking Tim Horner, man.
Yeah.
Why lightning? Oh my God, that was gold. All right, Doc, I'm gonna go over to finish. You got anything else before we do that?
Everything was great till the finish.
Orndorff was putting the boots to Watts. Orndorff sends Watts into the corner, but Watts does an O'Connor's roll, rolls up Orndorff. Clean pin for the win, but Orndorff says, nah, bruh, after and puts the boots to Watts and pile drives him. Paul Roma comes out and hits a splash off the top rope on Watts. And then Shockmaster comes out and gives the heels the death stare, and the heels get out of there. The Shockmaster ran out, though, Doc. Your thoughts? What is
Yeah.
Just Watts and the Shockmaster. Horndorff deserves better.
Horndorff, Mr. Warndorff. Yeah, I mean, you know, look, you could, if you watch this, you probably were surprised it happened. The Shockmaster thing is just why would you continue to rib your brother-in-law?
Because you can.
But, dude, it's
There he comes.
look at him. Look how serious he looks.
Nice hard hat, fella.
Look at him.
Motherfuckers.
He walks out and look at him, Harper.
You get your damn hands off of her. I think you got the wrong car, McFly.
He walks out and stares at Orndorff, Roma, and Assassin, and they just powder and leave. They get out of there.
I mean, they can't fuck with him.
Bruh.
He's a construction worker.
Right, sure. Oh, my God. What are we doing here, man?
Who was the other guy?
I don't know who that was.
Oh, that was the Asian guy. That was his tag team partner, right?
Who is
the guy
that?
from Japan?
Is that who that is?
Tag team partner? I think so.
Oh, yeah. Don't ask me where he's been. I have no clue. I have no idea.
Sent them back.
Because that's the next thing you're going to ask. Where has he been? We ain't seen him in a while. He's probably here. He's just not on TV. I don't know.
Shit, Bill Irwin's probably still on the damn payroll. Right.
Well, we got a promo from Orndorff, the Assassin, and Paul Roma after the match. Here it is.
One thing I can tell you, I did not like what I just saw here. And Paul Orndorff, I'm sure you didn't like what you just saw.
I'm jumping right now, Oakland. I never liked you 10 years ago, and I don't like you now. You're nothing more to me than an 8 to 5 of those scumbags out there watching it. And what? That was a fluke, and I've had it up to here. I've had it with the people calling me Bowler, and then from now on, whether it be the Nasty Boys, Jackson Rhodes, I don't care who, they're going to be carried out of the ring.
All right, Paul Roma, Too Cold, and Marcus Bagwell, a week from this Monday night at Starrcade.
They mean absolutely nothing. You know, I was chosen to be a horseman, and they called me up because the horseman needed somebody to carry him the whole time. Well, I'm tired of carrying them. Now I pick somebody that's a superior athlete like myself, and this man right here. And there's nobody that's going to stand in our way. And not Marcus Bagwell or Too Cold Scorpio. You're going down in Starrcade.
Assassin.
Everything that I have ever done in my entire life has had a purpose behind it. My association with these two great athletes indeed has a purpose behind it. I want to make one thing perfectly clear. You know, Vince Lombardi said a long time ago, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. But to be able to live by that creed, you have to be able to do and be willing to do whatever it takes to win. That's why these two men and I are associated together, because they will do whatever it takes.
Gentlemen, I thank you very much. Stay tuned. We're going to be back after this.
Harper, I need to know why you yell Jesus Christ.
Because we got a nice close-up of him.
Yes.
And his eyes.
Yes.
Oh God.
I'm thinking that I'm shocked that like in a Shockmaster moment, that mask didn't just slip past his chin and come off.
It's close. Because
It's
think
barely
about it.
holding on.
There's like, because he's so fat, there's like no chin to catch.
Right. Just whoop.
It's just a piece of fat right there, right?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Just a tub of goo.
Come on.
Bro, look at this dude's face.
Come on, Jelly Bean.
Who might you be?
I want to see him like fucking. I want to see him open his eyes all the way.
Good, bro.
I think he is.
Hey, that's funny.
They're open right now. That mask is.
Harper wants to see his eyes open all the way. That's like me. That's like the three of us saying we want to win the Powerball.
Man.
Don't let me do that.
Bro, he's got grease coming out of that. That mask must smell like straight dookie.
What color is that? What color is the non-black part? What would you call that?
Mustard?
Yeah,
nah, mustard straight yellow, like Dijon mustard.
Yeah, whatever the dark mustard is.
Dark mustard. That sounds like you, all right.
Yeah.
Bro, that's just the color. It's just the color of like vaginal discharge or something, man. I don't know.
Whoa. You know, you play it straight for a damn near a decade, and then we hear this.
I mean, I don't know,
That's
man.
nice.
Look how disgusting that thing looks, man.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah, man.
Ugh.
Poor guy. He can't help it.
He can't.
Harper. All right. Well, any thoughts on that promo where we just made fun of the guy and not the actual promo? We didn't even talk about the promo. We just made fun of the assassin.
I thought
again.
Orndorff was really good. He's like, I haven't liked you 10 years ago. Come on.
So what did you think about Paul Roma saying, I was
terrible.
tired of carrying the horseman? That was a hell of a
He
line.
was tired of carrying him, Flair and Arn.
Right.
He's awful.
He's tired of carrying the horseman. Oh,
No, he's just awful.
Okay. Well, we go to the next match, and it is supposed to be Davey Boy Smith versus Rick Rude. We're waiting on Davey to come out for the match, so we go to commercial before the match. And then we come back from commercial. And did you want me to pause and look at these women, Doc, or can I come back from commercial?
Well, the one on the left looks your speed, so.
What's that supposed to mean?
Dude, she's Walmart scooter thick, man.
From the neck down, she's a whole lot of Rosie.
Jesus.
That's
Lord.
nice.
That's a badass. That is a badass song. I remember I got Latrell into AC/DC. He loves them. But then I was holding back because I was like, I can't play a whole lot of Rosie one time. And I played that for him, and he goes, why haven't you played that for me before? That song's awesome.
Which version was it?
Bon Scott, some live version.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one from AC/DC Live?
Maybe.
92?
No. Earlier than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She ain't Mike, the line is, she ain't exactly pretty. She ain't exactly small. And then he rattles off, was it 36, 34, 43? You could say she's got it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never had a woman like you. Come on.
Doing all the things.
Doing all the things you do. Yada, 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 ha, ha.
Harper,
all through the nighttime.
Harper singing is gold.
Yep.
Smooth up in ya.
Nah, Smooth Up in You wishes they were AC/DC.
I didn't say they were. I just was imitating Harper singing.
The army out there knows Whole Lot of Rosie is a jam to this day.
It sounds sounds fabulous.
You ever seen the stage setup for that from back in the day? They got the big inflatable like fat broad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I was trying to take Latrell to go see them, this past April, but one of those weeks I had to be out for work. They were in town. Because, man, there's not that many more chances. He's like, yeah, but they're old men. I'm like, yeah, but if any band's going to be old men and still get it on, it's going to be AC/DC.
That's right.
He's like, that's a good point. They're still, I'll go. And then I was like, I got to go for work, somewhere for work.
That's bullshit.
Sorry, son. I'm going out for cigarettes.
All right, we ready to move on, or are we going to talk about AC/DC till midnight around here?
I could do that.
Okay. Well, y'all continue then, please.
Let's talk about Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, WWE Hall of Famer.
So we're waiting on Davey to come out for this match where it's supposed to be Rude versus Davey Boy. We go to commercial, we come back. And then, well, we got some audio we got to play. Because I don't know if Davey Boy's here, but I'm going to let you listen to it and let the people out there listen because they might not know what's coming. And I know Harper doesn't know what's coming, so here it is. Harper, be surprised.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on TBS with more of WCW Saturday Night. I have with me an official from World Championship Wrestling. He's in-house counsel. He is a member of the board of directors. He's also a landsman, my very dear, close, personal, long-time friend, Mr. Gary Juster. Gary, you have a document there. If you could share that with me, in essence, what are we saying here?
What we're saying here, Gene, is that Davey Boy Smith had a contractual obligation to be here tonight to face Ravishing Rick Rude, as you can see here. He is not here. We have not seen him. Therefore, we have given him a 30-second count to come out here. Should he not make it in 30 seconds, the match will be forfeited. Rick Rude will be the winner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the official posture, the official stance of World Championship Wrestling. I believe the clock is running.
Yes, we're down to 25 seconds.
Well, the countdown's going on, Jess. What about this?
I can't believe it. I mean, I always knew Davey Boy was a commoner, but I figured he'd at least fulfill contractual obligations.
10,
easiest win in Rude's career.
8,
there's a countdown.
7, 6,
let's take one more look at the dressing room.
4, 3.
Well, that's going to be
2,
it.
1.
And there's your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match as a result of a forfeit, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Do we have a standby match? Can somebody tell me? Well, let him talk.
Hey, Okerlund, don't walk away quite so fast. You know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. And all these people know what's happening. Davey Boy Smith had a week to think it over. And Davey Boy Smith has come to the realization that he isn't man enough to step in the ring and face the undisputed champion of the world. Not yesterday, not today, or not tomorrow. Davey Boy Smith has realized what I've been telling everybody all along. The WCW is under siege. Ravishing Rick Rude, the undisputed champion, is unbeatable. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And I plan on staying undisputed world champion until I retire. Now you people don't have to like it, but you better learn to live with it because it's going to be that way for a long, long time. Bye-bye.
A very confident Rude feeling there. I guess there's nobody for him left.
What is this?
From behind! Take him. It's the boss.
It's an assault taking place. That's what it is. Why ain't the cops jumping in the ring?
The boss. The bell is sounded. The referee apparently going to let this match take place.
How? These two guys never signed a contract, Shivani.
Hey, it's for TV. It's entertainment. Let's go with it. Let's have a good...
How can you have a match when the two participants never signed a contract?
No, you're right.
This guy comes charging out of...
So there it is. Bossman's here. We got to call him the boss, but it's Bossman.
And it's so ridiculous that Jesse says something, and it's so ridiculous that Tony has to capitulate and go, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Your thoughts on what we see here, Doc?
Okay, so here's my question. He comes back, but he's a guy that you made. So now we're going to call him a derivative of the place he left you to go to rather than the name that you gave him. Meaning, that's Big Bubba.
I mean,
also, why is
his
shirt unbuttoned?
I would recognize
why is it?
I don't.
I think because he was a bigger name.
Yeah.
As the boss man.
Yeah, I can't blame them for that. Like, he was on a hell of a stage wrestling Hogan, and you got to give him credit where credit's due. Is it Big Bubba? Sure, but I mean, he had a bigger crowd up north. He made a name for himself.
Fair. That's fair. We call it down the middle here.
Okay.
Is he a main event guy?
No.
No?
No. And is he deserve
to
be on that? Does he
main event? No, dude.
He's
a main event. No.
Do you consider him an equal opponent or a credible opponent for Rick Rude right there? Absolutely not.
I'm not gonna say that.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't say that.
It's fine. Like, what are you getting at here? I mean, our main event. It's not like they threw him in the ring with Ric Flair. Like Ric Flair, it's not like they put him in a feud for the WCW World Title. That's the greater argument. What's the fucking World Title? Because right now we got an international world champion. It's Rick Rude. So I mean, what are you? I'm not mad at this, dude. You're just a curmudgeon. Bossman comes in.
Yeah.
He's over. The crowd's going nuts, and the first thing you immediately do is start bitching like a broad.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
This is what you do. Like, you can't give credit to where credit's due. This man went up north, became a big star.
He's ready to pin Rick Rude clean.
Bruh, you could spin that so many ways. Rude wasn't prepared. Rude's the heel. Did he pin him clean? Sure. But, I mean, you're acting like he got pinned clean by a turd.
Not saying a turd. I'm saying by an upper mid card guy.
Bro, you play semantics so much.
But this is just a regular TV match though. It's not Starrcade.
Bro, it's Bossman. Like, what? This dude had feuds with. I mean, this dude was up north, hanging and banging with Hogan. No matter what you think about him, I don't like the guy. I think he's a lazy piece of shit in the ring. But he was the biggest star at that point. And he went, I would say hole for hole, but Hogan don't know many holes. He went fist for fist with Hogan.
Hey, you want to hear something sad?
I mean, bro, why? The sad part is these two dudes in the ring are deceased and Hogan's still living.
Neither one, well, that was where I was going. Neither one of them made it to 42.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
That's crazy.
But no, I'm not gonna poo-poo this. I mean, they had a competitive match, dude. It wasn't like he just came in there and 1, 2, 3 and killed them.
123-21, please.
What are we looking for? Because now you're pissing me off.
Big fat bowl of dick dancing.
Oh yeah,
that'll get us all in a better mood.
Don't you love how we're arguing and then Rick Rude starts swiveling on them hips and thrusting that cock? And
yeah.
That's the answer for everything. What's wrong with us?
Oh my God.
I'm not against it in principle. What I'm saying is that we know in our minds right now that Rick Rude is just got a couple of months left. But if you don't, he's sitting out there with a killer set of mic skills, a great look, a great persona, and they got to unify these titles at some point with either Flair or Vader. There's money to be drawn. I don't see Bossman as the guy.
I think you're being a complete prick right now.
Like
this
Davey
dude
Boy,
was
yes.
a big
Davey
star.
Boy, yes.
This dude was a big star.
Not
Davey Boy is
He was a big star.
Dude, he was a big star. Doc, where are you? Like, you act like this dude was a schlub.
You're being a curmudgeon.
Look, at the end of the day,
spell it.
See, let me tell y'all what Doc's problem is. When it comes,
curmudgeon, I'm a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Doc's problem
You're a
is
curmudgeon.
Doc
I don't
has
have any problems.
Giving credit to anything WWF/E related prior to 2000, unless it's named Stone Cold Steve Austin. He can't give anything credit. So the fact that Bossman went there, he became a bigger star than he was in WCW and comes back as the quote unquote boss, even though he's clearly Bossman. Look at him. Doc cannot give credit to the fact that this man went up north and became a bigger star. It's a fact. He became a bigger star.
But you know what I can do?
What's that?
I can call it down the middle and say there's a lot of truth in what you just said about me. How about that?
Because I'm telling the truth and I'm not telling any lies, unlike
And
you
I'm not
playing heel where you lie on this show.
I'm not playing. I'm not lying or anything else.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, whatever.
You're full of shit.
Tell him, Harper.
You're full
I
of
think
shit.
I think he was talking about you.
No.
Harper?
Wait till he becomes the guardian angel.
Jesus Christ, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Remember the Guardian Angels?
Oh yeah.
No.
That group, they're
in New York City.
Yeah, they're these kind of like a crime watch
vigilante.
Yeah, and they wore those like berets, and they would
side berets.
Yeah, and they would patrol the subway in the street, and they had a radio. If they saw something, they would call the police.
Man, did you watch Geraldo back then? Come on, this shit was on like every week.
Yeah, he becomes the guardian angel.
Okay,
that sounds terrible.
And he wears that whole gimmick.
Should have been Big Bubba.
Yeah.
It just kills me.
Big Bubba again.
He's having a 10+ minute competitive match here, and Lord Dipshit over there he came in, he pinned Rude, clean, like we never pin people clean on TV.
Yeah.
That are champions. Like, it happens, bro. I mean, get over it. Why are you talking about it like it's real?
Why are you calling me names?
What did I call you? There it is.
Or dipshit.
Well, it happens. Rude whips Bossman into ropes. Bossman reverses it. Rude comes off the rope. Bossman catches Rude in his finisher and hits the Bubba Slam. And 1, 2, 3, Rick Rude is pinned clean in the middle of the ring. And I don't see a problem with it. Davey Boy got the boot because he don't know how to show up at shows according to what they said. Or if you believe Davey Boy, he didn't get paid properly, and that's why he left. Whatever the case,
I don't blame him.
Bossman is here, and he just pinned Rude clean. And now we're going to go to a promo from Bossman, unless you got anything else from the finish, Doc. Doc? He's in a bad mood now.
Doc must have joined the Guardian Angels.
Let's go to Bubba now. I'm sorry, the boss. Here it is.
Say, wouldn't that jar your mother's preserves? And what a shocker. What an absolute bombshell. Kicking off the first of the year here. I don't mind telling you, man, the boss is back at World Championship Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, what can we possibly expect from this visit?
I want you to take a good long look at these people. They believe in the boss. They believe in law, order, and justice. And I'm here to take sure that I take care of business. Well, the first order of business I see is ravishing Rick Rude. Where there's smoke, there's flames. Where there's criminal, there's crime. Rick Rude, you're a criminal. And that's what I deal with. Trash like you. That world championship belt that's around your waist. rightfully belongs to me. I just proved it. No matter where we're at, no matter when, I'm getting a shot at that belt, Rick Rude. And if you can't get it taken care of, there might be somebody around here that can.
All right, let's hear it for the boss. He is here at World Championship Wrestling. You heard him loud and clear, ladies and gentlemen. He wants Ravishing Rick Rude and that prestigious international world title of his. For all of us on Saturday night, have a good week. I guarantee you next time out, 1 week from now, it's going to be a barn burner. I'm going to talk about this on the hotline tonight. Have a good one.
All right, Doc, if you're over there mad, what did you think about at least the promo?
Eh.
Eh?
I mean, he's okay. He's talking about law and order and justice and stuff, so that fits the gimmick.
He's okay?
Yeah. You heard me. He's an upper mid-card talent at best.
You disrespectful. Wow is right. Well, at least I can't call you racist this week. I mean, you sure
called me a lot of names.
You just dunking on Big Bubba like he's a schlub and a nobody.
I'm about to turn my ire on you if you don't watch out.
Okay.
That's nice.
Well, that's how they go off air. So before we get out of here, we got to rate it, hand out the Toot Toot and the Rolex. And before we do that, I want to remind you to become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's where you get all of our Patreon content, all of our pay-per-views dating back to WCW in 1985, all 25 of the clashes we've done so far, the JV Goon Squad shows, the World Class shows, all available on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. We should have some Ask Doc shows coming up shortly as well. Doc, are you going to throw it to Harper to rate it first?
Of course, that's what we do.
All right, Harper, what are you going to rate this one?
A C.
A C.
A C plus.
Oh.
A C plus.
Okay.
A C
How about
plus.
that?
Well, you want to go in on him not liking wrestling?
He's not a curmudgeon like you.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
He's a fine Christian athlete. He's a good.
He's not a
That's
curmudgeon.
right.
He's a good Catholic white boy from Metairie, so I won't go in on him.
Right.
He's a
I'm
curmudgeon.
one of the good ones.
Whoa.
Jesus. All right, Doc, what are you going to rate it? I already know. F, right?
No.
Okay.
This episode was not bad at all.
You just don't like Boss Man. I got you.
I disagree with the booking.
You want
more
to piss
than
on his
anything
grave
else.
while you're at it?
I don't dislike him.
Okay.
I think he was booked poorly. And I think your inability to make that distinction is quite shocking given your time in the industry. But hey, I guess I've come to expect that. I'm gonna give this episode a B plus.
Harper, was what happened with Boss Man booked poorly tonight, in your opinion?
No.
So
he's supposed to come in hot.
What?
And
Okay.
get the victory on a TV match. I mean, this wasn't Starrcade.
So Harper, your thoughts on Doc being just a curmudgeon here when it comes to Boss Man? What did you?
He just hates anyone that was from the WWF. We know that.
Okay, just making sure I'm not. I'm not.
I'm
being
getting ready
biased
to
here.
give my Rolex to an ex WWF athlete.
Well,
Paul Orndorff.
Okay.
Well, okay, I got to rate it first. I'm gonna rate this a B plus. This is fine. This is good.
That's the same grade I gave it.
Right.
Harper over there with
I
a
didn't take
C.
a big meaty hairy dump on Boss Man.
Yeah.
Now let's give the Rolex and Toot Toot. You're going with Paul Orndorff?
Man, I thought Orndorff gave a good promo. I thought he worked super hard in his match. And for all the things we said about him, he gets over, but he can still go. He gets over doing nothing, and he can still go. And he can talk.
Harper, who are you giving yours to?
I give mine to Steve Austin
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
for his promo. Yeah.
I'm giving mine to Boss Man.
I knew you would.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you... Dude, you got a problem here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The way you took a dump on him on this show?
Nah, I didn't really. I dumped on the booking if you want to go back and listen. But if you want me to dump on somebody, Roma was terrible.
He said he was tired of carrying the horseman. That was the line of the show. Oh, man. All right. On that note, I think we're going to just about get out of here. Remember, when you see the show posted on Twitter /X, Facebook, Blue Sky, whatever it is, make sure you repost it, share the show. Greatly helps the show. You know, unless you pay for one of those blue checks, this algorithm thing on those platforms, it doesn't pick it up really well. So we're basically relying upon you from a ground level to help us out. So make sure you repost and share the show.
At least until we can get Tony Khan to book this shit.
Jesus, can you imagine if he retweeted it? Man, we'd lose all our street cred. Anyway.
Street cred does not keep the electricity flowing.
Okay.
For real, dude. The last time I checked, Entergy doesn't take street cred as fucking currency to pay the goddamn bills.
You want to tell the people what Entergy is, Harper?
It's the power company.
Where Harper
For
lives.
who?
For
Harper.
me.
Okay. Harper lives in the 6 inches in front of his face.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, okay.
It powers the globe.
All right. So, yeah, doesn't pay the Entergy bill. All right. I think that's all I got. So, yeah, just make sure you repost the show, share it. It definitely helps the show. And don't forget to become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Remember, we got the Ask Doc episodes for 2025 coming. You can get all of the WCW pay-per-views dating back to 1985 on the Patreon feed. All those reviews are there. All 25 of the first clashes are there. 1 through 25 are available. The JV Goon Squad shows, the World Class shows, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. And on that note, Harper, you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, let's roll.
Doc, you?
No.
All right, Harper, hit the tagline. Let's get out of here, man.
Book it, bitch.
You know something, Doc Turner? I've heard a lot of half-baked, asinine opinions in my time in this business, but your ridiculous little rant about Big Boss Man's return in December of '93, that takes the goddamn cake. Let me set the record straight, you clueless blowhard. Big Boss Man. That's right. The same man who sold out arenas, who drew more money in a year than you'll see in your pathetic life, walked back into WCW and instantly made this company more legitimate, more credible, and more exciting. And you sit there in your rickety chair spouting your bullshit about how he didn't move the needle. You wouldn't know a needle if it jabbed you in your lazy ass, pal. You want to talk about bad takes? Your opinion is about as worthless as the gum stuck to the bottom of my boot. You can't stand that Big Boss Man came back here looking leaner, meaner, and ready to crack some skulls. So you bury him behind your microphone like the coward you are. Newsflash. The fans in the seats didn't give a damn about your precious hot take. They stood up and cheered because they knew exactly who the hell he was. A legit tough guy, a star, and a professional. Something you wouldn't recognize if it slapped you in that smug face of yours. So do us all a favor, Doc. Shut your freaking mouth. Take your sorry-ass opinions and shove them straight up your anus. Big Boss Man was 10 times the man, the performer, and the draw that you could ever dream of understanding. Keep my name, WCW's name, and Big Boss Man's name out of your worthless commentary. Or I swear to God, I'll come find you and personally educate you on what this business is really about. Now choke on that, you miserable, clueless prick. This is AI Eric Bischoff. No, I am not the real Bischoff. So don't work yourself into a shoot like these useful idiots in the wrestling media field. With that said, congratulations on making it to the end of this week's show. Don't forget to send your comments about what the guys discussed tonight to Luke Hawks on Facebook and on Twitter or X or whatever the piss they call it now. The rumor is Luke likes answering BTT fan mail.
Also do the guys a solid by liking the show's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages. And don't forget to like and retweet or repost the show on all social media platforms. Lastly, become a BTT patron member where you get tons of extra shows. You can join at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Until next week, piss off dipshits.